Yes.
Thanks.
Okay, we just started recording. Thanks everybody for being here if you are live or joining us on the recording. We're just talking about that foundational aspect of belief. Because in our dōTerra businesses, we've got to have that foundation, and that's always going to be based on belief. I know a training that I took one time, they were talking about anytime that you're feeling stuck in your business, and this could be relatable to life in general, anytime you feel stuck, you always need to go back to the core and that foundation, which is going to be what's going on up here and here. What's going on in your heart and in your head that you're stuck with. So this next segment is really going to dive into that personal belief side. And this is a journey that is very individual for each of us here. It's not cookie cutter. This is something that we want you guys to take a personal dive into. And we're happy to have some open discussions. This is a group of love and support. We're not here to judge anyone. And we would love to have some open discussions about these things as we go. Of course, if it's personal to you, you could talk to any of us individually, but I believe this is a good place where we can have some open dialogue. But Zamora is going to take some time today. That's going to be all of our call today, is talking about what she has created for us to take us down on this journey, down this path. This path is part of our roadmap to where we're headed. And Zamora is going to, she has a new form for us to fill out. But this is going to be a thought-provoking. So we want you to take a little time when you're going to do this. Tomorrow might be a great day for you. You guys have Sunday. Sunday tends to be a day of personal reflection, maybe even a day of rest for you. Hopefully you can, go outside and sit in the sunshine, or find a cozy blanket and wrap up in a corner and grab some tea and just like have some self-reflection. So I'm going to let Zamora take this and explain where this is going. And just so you know, all of this is going to be based off of rank, but what we're going to discuss today, as Zamora will talk about, is that foundation rank of elite. Now, we know if we can build elites, we can build presidential diamonds, right? That's our key. That's our foundational rank. So that will be our focal point of today. But eventually she'll be sharing links with each of you based off of rank and kind of where you're at with that, which is awesome and a lot of work for Zamora. So congratulations, Z, on doing all that work. She's putting in way more effort into the technology than I am. So, okay. Z or Zed, however you want to say it. Take it away and share with us where we're headed in this path on our next journey.
All right. I'm not really sure how to share my screen with you. I just did something. Is it sharing?
No. Is it down at the bottom? Oh, you almost did something. Something flashed on my screen.
That?
No, you're not sharing.
Did you see it?
Oh, yes, there it is. Yep, it's there now.
Okay, cool.
Lead to Leaps Network.
So, yes, I agree with Pam 100%. We all know how to build the dōTerra business. We all know pipes inside, out, and we all know the process. And for those of you that were on one of the other calls or have seen some of the I can't see any of you right now. So I'm just talking to my laptop. It's kind of weird. Anyway, pipes is not linear. It's round. And dōTerra is like that too. It's
Hey, Zamora.
Yeah.
Jules is in the waiting room, she said.
Oh, really?
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
Got it. Okay, cool.
Okay.
I'll watch the chat for you too. I'll keep an eye on that.
Awesome. Thanks. I haven't figured all this out yet.
It's hard when you're sharing a screen, it changes. Welcome, Jules.
Welcome. So Jules, we were just talking about, is she fully in yet? Because I can't see. Yeah, okay, cool. What we were just talking about is we all know how to build the dōTerra business. We all understand the process of pipes. As a matter of fact, some of us have been studying how to build this business. I was having this discussion with Nana the other day. I'm like, Nana, how long have you been with dōTerra? She's like, oh, a long time. And I said, in that whole time, you have been such a good student of how to build this business. And I think all you old timers could say that you've been a very good student of how to build this business. But
Hey,
there's
don't
some
call us old.
it's all right, we have meta power. We're reversing age. There's something that holds us back, right? It's like we all come into this business, we have this experience, this oil. Could you see me as well? Okay. You have this oil experience, and all of a sudden, something inside of you changes. There's a change that happens. You feel better. You get excited. You start to see this possibility of hope. And whatever that hope is very specific to you. It's very, at the beginning of this call, Pam said, this process of building, even though we're all at different ranks, is very, very specific to you. What means something to me might mean something different to you. Just like in pipes, like we were talking about it not being linear, it's an evolution of everything all together, but understanding how to put the pieces to it together, right? So no matter what part of it you're doing, you have to prepare, you have to invite, you have to present, you have to enroll, stamp it, solid, commit to it. That's the enrollment. And then supporting it is providing everything around you to continue to grow, right? And, I was talking to Pam earlier and I said, I'm starting to see this business so differently. Like when I cleared all the clutter of following this one and that one and this one and that one and this one and that one, and I simplified it, and I went really back to the basics, which is why we're all looking at this elite form, because it doesn't matter what rank you're at, this is the foundation. And if your beliefs and the foundation are not built properly on this alone, you're going to struggle at every rank, because this is the foundation. Just like dōTerra has the pyramid of wellness, and food and nutrition are at the very base of it, right? It's all about the base. Elite is like that first rung on the pyramid. So we're going to dive into some beliefs around this so that we can clear the clutter, because really when we start a dōTerra business and we have that conviction of hope to have to be, do, or have something different, something changes in that moment. We feel like we need to do something different. We feel like we need more than what is already there, because most of us believe that we don't deserve it. We believe that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough, we're not enough in some way. And you are. So we're going to take a quick look at this and maybe even discuss a few things. I'm going to send this form to all of you. And this is what Pam was saying. Really take your time in this. Like when we skip steps, when we shortcut, when we try to jerry rig, or, like when and Pam, when your diamond team and when my diamond team was starting to get a little weak, did you find yourself starting to want to put your finger in all the holes? And all of
Yeah, and toes.
Right? And all of a sudden, what?
I just was going to say really quick, when you shared that forum with me, I am a recovering shortcutter.
Yeah, me too.
So Honestly, I read it. It's so good. But I wanted to do it quickly. And I even said that, I think, in my message. I'm like, oh, I was gonna hurry and do it before the call. And then I
Yeah.
realized that, like, no, Pam, this isn't one of those things, right? And I had a little inner dialogue with myself that not everything in life is like, it's okay. We need to slow down just a little bit. But anyway, so yeah, I'm a recovering shortcutter, because this isn't just the moment to shortcut. It's the time to actually get in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And when
good point.
when we have a solid foundation, then the trajectory up is so much smoother. So we start with your name, because to identify with yourself and to really know yourself is so important. It's not just for the form, like, so we know who you are, but it's like, who am I? I am this. And that's the beginning of your whole journey. So I'm going to read this so that we all go over it together. We all understand it. And whatever comes up, we're just going to open the floor up. So dōTerra means gifts of the earth. That's what you are, and that's what the oils are. The possibilities are limitless, and how you can partner with the very source of our existence plays a play and create abundance in monetary terms. Just be who you really are and add dōTerra to your life from that perspective. We've been hearing that forever, and it's like, yeah, but what does that really mean? This business is going to bring out who you really are right now. And right now is what matters, because we want to be diamond. We act like diamond, but we forget all the steps in between. And that's like the pipe dream, right? And it's not wrong. It's just, you can't shortcut your way there. You've got to gain the wisdom of each rank. And you guys know about the Belief Summit. So I meant to put the Belief Summit in here. All right, that's an addition that will come. This business will bring out who you really are right now. What a great desire. The foundation of this, of all of the, the foundation of all of it, really, master this rank and who you must become to be an elite, and the rest is a wonder-filled journey of self-discovery. Your true journey begins now, wherever you are and whomever you're choosing to be in this moment. Your very first step in becoming an elite is having courage. That's the belief of an elite on the Belief Summit, is courage to change who you are. Do you see why elite is such an important rank to really solidify? It's to believe that you have the courage to change who you are now, to become someone who behaves, thinks, and chooses to live the role of elite. Then before you know it, voila, you are elite. You are that. And you will say, I am elite. Are you ready to be what it takes to become an elite rank in your dōTerra business? Remind yourself by putting notes with this statement all over your environment, in your car, in your mirror, on your mirror, so you can see it as you practice yourself. You know, this is going to be an affirmation. This is at the foundation of elite. The belief as we grow. I am courage as I share experiences and invite change to change lives. This should be your mantra when you wake up, when you are going throughout the day. I am courageous as I share experiences and invite to change lives. This is part of and connected to your rank why. This is your rank why. And then you're building your business why fuels that. So last call, we talked about working on your why. And since then, I've worked with a couple of you one-on-one and in a group to come to your why. And it's a process. We spent 30 minutes and we thought we got there. I mean, there were tears, but it still could go deeper, because your why should be so strong that on a bad day, That's what gets you up out of bed and keeps you going. And I just want to share this. I was working on a stale why for the longest of a year, up until just recently. I was still working on my why from when we first began the business. And it's no wonder I dropped back, because what that very thing was that was driving me was stale, was old, was no longer effective. And so I was working against myself. Actually, I was working in vain, because my why was not in alignment with what I wanted to create. Yeah, Pam.
Just very briefly, I want to mention on the why, just because I have been in this for a while, and whether you're new or you've been in it a while, I accomplished a bunch of my whys. Some of them are like deadline whys, right? Like whys, like when I very first, as I'm here in my bedroom, this reminded me. So I remember on my vision board, which our vision board are part of our whys, right? Or they're at least stepping stones to our bigger why. Let's just say that anyway. We didn't, this was an unfinished a part of our house, and I dreamt of having, this was like 10 years ago, right? I dreamt of having my master suite finished, and it was part of my why. Like I wanted to make more money to be able to like finish this, and that reason goes deeper, right? There was deeper meaning to that. But there's been many. I mean, I think back to my first vision boards, and I have accomplished a lot of those things. So whether it grows stale, whether you accomplished it, whether you feel like you fulfilled that desire in whatever way that is, that's why no matter where you're at, whether you're brand new or you've been doing this for 20 years, which doTERRA is not that old, but it doesn't matter. This needs to be revisited at least yearly, which makes sense because we have our like New Year's resolutions, which I don't love the name, but anyway, it is very interesting because if I didn't ever revisit that, I would lose all my desires because my why either no longer exists or I have forgotten it. Anyway, just a little point, like, and a point of like, you can achieve these things. Like, I'm like, when I think about it, I'm actually really proud of myself. Like, I worked my ass off and I got a lot of the stuff that I wanted. And I actually literally had that epiphany just now in the number of things that I have accomplished in this doTERRA business. Anyway, I just want to make that comment because I want you guys to know how very possible. That's why your why should mean so much to you, because when you accomplish it or you fulfill that in some way, it like means so much to you, so much, because it's your why, it's your motivation. Getting this room done was a huge motivation for me because we had a teeny tiny little master bedroom with a teeny tiny little master bathroom, So anyway, just a side note on that.
Thank you. And I can't see anybody, but for some of the girls that I worked with your why on, did you notice a shift? Actually, I'm going to stop sharing for just 1 second because I really feel like if I could figure out how. Stop sharing. There we
Maura,
go.
I really bet it's fine if you weren't sharing. I mean, we'll all get a look at this. It's up to you if you want to screen share, but if you'd rather see people's faces, I think, we don't have to. I don't know. That's up to you. But if you'd rather see our faces, I think we can all look at the form later. So anyway,
Okay.
whatever you want to do. Whatever everyone prefers.
It's asking me screen broadcast. Live broadcast to Zoom has stopped due to attempt to start invalid broadcast system. Okay, or go to application. Go to application. Good choice. All right. So for somebody who worked with me on their why, Kate, you had a pretty big shift. Do you feel a difference between before we worked on the why and after we worked on the why? And what is that difference?
Yeah, I do, but I have to keep reminding myself what's my why, because I think I'm only part of the way there, but I kind of know why I'm only part of the way there. Yeah, I do. I feel more focused. I feel more courageous. And yeah, so I feel like I've got a few whys, but I haven't really dropped into the bottom why. You know, like my why is to grow and heal. So that's my motivation. And it's always been my motivation since I was like 20. You know, so everything I do is about growing and healing. So it's just perfect that I get to do that in dōTerra, you know, where there's this playground to do it. But I feel like I'm going to drop into something else soon. That's probably going to make me obsessive and I won't be able to shut up. I think I know what it's going to be too. So, but I think I'm getting there. Yeah. But it's an extension of grow and heal anyway.
Yeah, yeah. And I think when we were working on it, you hit like, it's almost like it's layers. Like Pam said,
Yeah.
like the onion, like peeling the layers of the onion away.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like Nana and I worked on our why, and I want to kind of compare the two, because Kate, you're just getting going, and Nana,
Yeah.
you've been doing this for how many years? 7, 8, something like that. And we were working on rejigging your why, and what you came to, if you don't mind sharing a little bit, I guess what I want to really focus on is how your why started out here about others. Oh, did that camera just follow me?
Oh yeah, it did.
Oh, what?
That's cool.
I love Apple. I love Apple.
Hey, I told you
Oh
that
my-
this was going to turn into a positive thing, right?
Oh
Your
my
computer going to
God.
prove.
That, how, what? I'm tripping right now. Okay. Focus. So, Nana, your your why started out here about others, but what you realized was it was not about others. It always comes back to you. Do you want to share just a little bit about what that experience was like for you? You got to unmute yourself. There you
No,
go.
I'm not sure what to say. You can tell people I'm okay with that. Because yeah,
You want me to share it? Okay.
yeah, I don't mind.
Okay. So basically what Nana came to was, we all know Nana wants to save the world. She wants to put frankincense like in the clouds and rain it down on every human. But unfortunately she can't do that. And there's a reason why she wants to do that. It's not just about helping people. It's not just about the oils. It's about something personal that's driving her. Did you see the image I had at that last part where the beautiful woman was holding the earth and just like she was loving it. She was so nurturing it, and this is the way we feel about dōTerra and the products and everything, and about wanting to help people. And we feel like we have this amazing tool to bridge the gap between the joy that we feel and experience when we use and play and have experiences with dōTerra, and see the possibilities of what this company can help us create when we co-partner with them. and where we are now. And what happens is the clearer our why is, the clearer that path is. I was talking to Pam earlier today, and I said, you know, I feel like we start off on the right direction. Like we feel so convicted when we first get our hands on this stuff. And then we realize all the resources that we have. dōTerra has built the website already, has put together all the marketing, has provided all the tools that we need. I mean, really, to run a dōTerra, a successful dōTerra business, you only need very few things. You need the oils. You need to do an LRP order so that you can get paid. You need to share the products. You actually don't even need to have the products to share them. Okay. Let me give you an example. Actually, Jules, are you still on the call? I'm gonna, if you don't mind, would you?
Yes, I'm on the call.
Awesome. Would you share your wisdom of how you can help a new builder, excuse me, create the abundance that they need with their first class to pay for their LRP order? Do you know what I'm talking about? Like they don't have money to place that first order. So we arrange. I'm trying not to give it all away.
No, I've never really operated that way. I think that's
Okay.
a Jessie Ryan thing. Like Jessie Ryan has said that she went next door. She had signed up with a $35 enrollment, and she got the person next door to make an order, and that paid for her commission dollars for her to get her products. But I don't operate that way. I just show them the product. And I always work with product. So it's not my story. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but basically I would be telling people to share the top 10 and let people experience it. And then I steer them towards a kit. So
Yes.
the kit that I found, value for money in Australia, is Simple Solutions. When people hear 135, they go, oh, that's manageable. And when they hear that it's ice blue rub for pain, it's lavender peace for sleep and rest, it's on guard for protection, and it's lemon oil for detoxing, it's all there. And I talk about it being, you know, a way into the dōTerra line with an online account, which will give them access for 12 months to 25% off all product. And I get a sale in 1 or 2 minutes. Because I tell them what I want to hear, and what I want to hear is how I can save money, how I can get the best price, and how I can maximize the product. The other thing that I do to seal the deal when they're thinking in that 1 to 2 minutes, I say, and guess what, I'll also throw in a 30 ml bottle of fractionated coconut oil and 3 rollers, so that you can play with those oils and you can, you know, make your own rollers, make a sleep oil roller for your kitties. I give them dilution rates. And because I'm throwing that little extra, and yeah, I think that's what seals the deal. Most of my marketing is done through face-to-face. But yeah, I wasn't sure what you were talking about, but that's how I would do it. Now for a business, the thing with business people, I have one business person in my group, that's Susie. And what I've done to support her is just stood alongside her at markets. She pretty much has been in the business as long as I have, and has such a belief in the product. And it's the belief in the product that I think is, like you were saying earlier on, you know, what's your why? What, and, you know, Nana, why do you reach for frankincense? Because you've seen a man come to on the side of the road when you've given him frankincense. And that it's that belief in the product. And we actually, Susie and I were at a market, a lady was having an epileptic seizure, and she must have recalled the Nana experience. And she goes, Jules, grab me the frankincense. I grabbed her the frankincense. She gave it to the partner of the lady who was on the floor, and she came to instantly. It was that belief in the product. And yeah, from there, the lady goes, "Can I buy some of that?" So yeah, I think that's what it is. And it's also when you're getting next to your sharers and builders, and you know, like we're all celebrating here. You know, I see you smile about Susie's belief, and I think that's what encourages us.
Yeah, no, that was
Yeah.
absolutely perfect, because it's about, you said the key words. I just tell them what I want to hear, because you're attracting your tribe, right? And so your beliefs at the time that you're talking to someone is going to attract your team. So who you were when you first started this business is not who you are today. You've evolved. I mean, look, none of us here today are the same people that we were when we first started with dōTerra. None of us. We have gone through some stuff, right? We've gone through some amazing fun. We've traveled the world. We've gone on trips. So, you know, like, we've had tough times. We've had lockdown. We've had poor Melbourne, couldn't go anywhere, do anything, see anything. Thank God we have rebels in the team. And, you know, that just make it work, because they do what drives them. They have a why. And let me tell you, during lockdown, when Melbourne had a curfew and it was the, excuse my language, but the shit was hitting the fan, Judith was like, girls, we're getting it on. And she did it on the down low, because there was something inside of her that was like, I am not having this. I got stuff to do. I got people to see. I got things like, and she just made it happen. So when we are behaving a certain way, we're attracting that to us. So imagine when we embody the rank that we want to be, and we support ourselves by surrounding ourselves with everything that that role requires. I know, right? So, for example, Jules, who just spoke, for Lisa, I know you don't know much about her, and Govind, I'm not sure how much. Well, you've kind of been around a while. Jules is a school teacher. Jules, how long have you been a school teacher?
35 years.
Oh my God.
It's a long time.
30, I was going to say 25, but
No, 35.
35 years. Do you feel that you're a good teacher?
I do. I think I have been in my prime. I'm in different spaces now, so yeah, I think you age as well. So I actually feel like my space I want to be in is the aromatherapy space. So I am a good teacher, but I'm not functioning in my prime because my heart is elsewhere. But daily, what is it I need to do in my job to make a difference? And why do I need to be in that space? Because I need to pay my bills. So I'm really looking, you know, to growing my dōTerra business.
Did you notice a difference when you were a new teacher and you were really passionate about changing the lives of children, and when you were really, really immersed in teaching? Did it feel different then than it does now, that you're starting to shift into a new experience?
I think like I started teaching when I was 20 and now I'm 55. So there's only, you know, you're working with different energy as well. So I'm working with young energy. So you've got to take that in consideration. But yeah, I think when you start anything new and you think you can achieve anything, and then you teach and you have wonderful moments, and it's just aging that for me is the thing that I can't keep up with a 12-year-old. You know, and what I find is, and this is interesting if you want to relate it to dōTerra, is that the young people are attracted to the younger teachers. So I've gone through my why, and I've said who's attracted to me, and the people who are attracted to me are mostly women my age or their mothers my age who have a child on the spectrum or a child with Down syndrome, or it's a lady my age who is trying to, you know, just work through this thing called life. Maybe they've been through a divorce. Maybe they're just trying to find their own sense of peace and harmony. So that's my new audience. And I know, but even at work, the teachers who are my age are attracted to me and I'm attracted to them. And I've often, you know, I'm considered an elder by the by the students, but I don't feel like an elder when I'm talking aromatherapy or standing at a market. I feel like I have wisdom, and that empowers me. So yeah, so I think there is when you first start something, you know, it's all there, but I think when we mature, and I think what you originally said, find your why. I think that's so important. Like, why do you do this? And we can't be this, like this person or this person in dōTerra. We have to be who we are in dōTerra and feed out of what we have to offer. But it's just the business side of making that all click is where I really need to get that focused and harnessed, and that's what I'm thriving for. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. It's perfect to the point, because we have to surround ourselves, like it as you were talking, I was feeling the energy of like when you first started, and it's like that wonder, just like when we first start with dōTerra, and then we start to learn, and we're excited, and we're so excited, we want to like start running, and we want to get to the next thing, because we feel like we can't get there fast enough. We want to learn all there is, and we start to look at people who are successful and go, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And we end up chasing all these different methods of building dōTerra, and we lose ourselves along the way, because we start relating so much to someone else that we lose our center, literally. I know I did. I completely lost my center. And when you lose it, you feel it. Your business is a reflection of who you are. So for all of us here, it's not to make you feel bad. It wasn't to make me feel bad. Our life is a reflection of the thoughts and the beliefs that we are, right? That we have. And when we have a certain belief, reticular activating system, law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, we start noticing that. We start bringing that in. And as we're going, we're following maybe a leader that we resonate with, but there might be an aspect of them that we notice is something that we don't have. Like maybe, I'll just use this because a lot of you know I had issues with technology, right? Okay, now I'm gonna use this story as a demonstration of how I had to become somebody different to do a certain task. Because all of you remember back in the day, what was my mantra? My mantra was, this little box could put me into tears in 2 seconds. And I claimed it. I put a flag up. I pitched a tent. It's who I was. I lived there. I built a farm there. And I died there, literally. I go, Vin, you're with me. And I used that as an excuse to not grow. It was an easy out whenever things got difficult. I was like, well, I'm just not techie. I can't do it. And the more I kept supporting that, the more I kept saying it, the more the situations kept coming up, and the more anxious I got, and the more oils I'd have to use, and then all of a sudden I was down this road of just spinning out, not doing anything. let me just tell you, over the past 2 days, no, the past week, when my computer died, my laptop died, I did an update, the laptop died, would not start. I was right in the beginning of getting the momentum going for this training and starting to do the forms. And all of a sudden I created this drama. And I went, you know what? I'm not playing this game anymore. This is not who I am. Because that was functioning, that creation was from a behavior, that a belief that was from my subconscious. And the situation presented itself, it recognized it, and it went, oh yeah, this is what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to freak out. And I went, pump the brakes. That's not who I am anymore. That's not who I want to be anymore. And what I did was I went, who would I be if technology did not freak me out? If I was a whiz and this was easy, or I just accepted the fact that I'm not who I'm comparing myself to, okay? Because the person who I was comparing myself to actually has an IT degree. Do I have an IT degree? No. Am I comparing apples to apples? No. But yet I was rock solid in that belief. So what I did was I shifted my thinking, I shifted my beliefs. I had to come to Jesus talk with myself. And I said, you know what? If you want to experience something different, you have to become somebody different. And I did. And I said, I can enjoy this process. And I did. And it became fun. And then our internet died because the universe was going, are you sure? And I went, you got to be kidding me. Now, mind you, if we're not on internet, I don't have phone service. So it wasn't like I could dongle or bypass or anything like that. And I could have walked to somewhere, and you know, I could have walked to McDonald's and got, but you know what? It's like 33 degrees here. Okay. And it's a 1.2 miles away, which is like 2 kilometers, 2.5 kilometers away. So I had to make a decision, and I worked through it. And you know what? I had so much fun, and I felt so good and so accomplished because my behavior was different. And even if nothing else but this one elite form got done, I feel so freaking amazing because I just changed who I was. And it felt so good. I want more. And that's what building your dōTerra business is like. Who here has ever received a text from somebody or an email or something with an amazing story of gratitude about you? How did that make you feel?
Samora, this is not an answer to your question.
Oh,
but it's a comment about your experience. I was just writing notes and my thoughts and things as you were talking, and an interesting point to make. You wouldn't have become this better, new and involved person. Like, you were already working on this space of technology. I know you previous to this problem, right? And we've talked about it. You've shared it with me. But it wasn't until you had a situation that you truly were able to rise above, because this could have easily thrown you back into that. So just to note, sometimes, you know, the universe, the creation, the whatever it is to you, sometimes we have to be thrown into the trenches just a little bit to truly solidify those moments and those changes. And this was putting you to the test. Absolutely. And I am super proud of you. I saw you through every moment of this, Zamora, and you really did a great job. So just as everyone, as we need to think, we're all going through our own arena, right? You know, we all know the arena, like we're in the arena. And and sometimes we jump into the arena with somebody to help buoy them up, but just keep in mind that when we start to change and we start to create something new, we're going to have these forces that are going to go against us, and we're going to have to prove to ourselves that we have truly committed and changed to this new place. So just having that thought about that this was a beautiful experience for you, although very frustrating. It didn't take away the frustration, the wanting to kind of punch the wall or say some swear words. But in the end, it all worked out, and it turned into a beautiful experience because you made it such, right? You could have made it something very different, and we all can do that in our lives. We can all make things worse or better. But congratulations for making this experience something you were able to enjoy, laugh at, smile through, and maybe pound your fists a little bit, but you got through it.
I did not pound my fist once. I did not shed a tear. And what drove me was I redid my why. And it really, really drove, like, shockingly. It's like I felt in front of it, like I was leading it instead of behind it, chasing it.
I would agree with that. Like I said, you had already made the commitment to not let this bother you. Had you not, this would have looked very different. But you were already there, and you followed it up with this. So anyway, just want to note that for everyone, because again, foundational work helps us get through those moments, because that's life. I mean, we're all going to have, shit happens, right? And we got to get through that. So I appreciate that you already had the forethinking to get through this challenging time. So yeah, anyway.
Thank you.
Just noting. I don't know if someone has an answer to your question about feeling, that motivation or that gratitude, but I just wanted to make that comment.
Yeah, no problem. Kate.
And I also want to say you didn't just manage your technology. I heard you say last night, I just love this iPad. I love it. So it was like, it wasn't just dealing with it and managing it. It was like, you were really in there.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, we think building the business has to be this big, grand, like, no, it's all these little things, all these little changes to us to become what we want to become. And it's all the little challenges along the way that make us who we are. It's like, we're not who we were when we began this business because of all the little challenges that we've overcome along the way. And when you change your belief about those little obstacles, then they pass by so easily. And that skill becomes something that is now the wisdom, just like Jules has the wisdom of 35 years of teaching. Like, she surrounded herself with everything she needed to do to be the best at what she was doing, because she had a why. And over time, her why changed. And now it's just to pay the bills, and she's connecting on a different level, and she can feel herself, correct me if I'm wrong, starting to shift into a new dimension, really, where she's going to start to explore and expand and surround herself with different things, different people, different energy. No challenge, no wisdom. Yes, Nana. And it makes us do things differently. It makes us to become somebody different. If we really want that thing that we say we want, we have to become somebody different. Otherwise, you're the same person doing the same thing, getting the same results, right? So enough of that. You guys already know that. We're nearly at the hour mark. Even though we started late, I'm going to honor that. What I would like to do is send each of you a copy, or Pam, either of us could send it to you, a copy of this elite form. Now I know, and I want to acknowledge those of you who are above elite. Okay. I'm going to be continuing to edit and create the other rank sheets. But the reason that I want us all to do this elite sheet again, and I'm even going to do it as basic and as simple as it is, because it's really going to make you think about all, and it's going to make you think about all the things that you need to surround yourself with: information, energy. What comes in comes out. So the more you put into yourself with intention, the products that you're using, the beliefs, surrounding yourself with people who are supportive, who are encouraging, who are on the same path. They might be doing it different, but you're all going after one goal, right? And it takes all kinds. We all have our own specialty. Be special, because they're your friend because of that. It's who you are that draws other people. And as you become that person that you want to be, by doing and surrounding yourself with like-minded, if you're surrounding yourself with Debbie Downers and people who are gossiping and causing all kinds of drama and whatever, like, is that what you want in your business? Is that where you want to spend your energy? Or do you want to be like, you know what, let's just focus on the things that we love and give that more energy? And before you know it, you're like playing and all of a sudden you can, because see, we all have a connection to something. Well, there's something in someone, well, you'll see it in the form. I'm not going to go down that road. Take time, read the questions, and like Pam said, really, the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. And since elite is the foundation, once you solidify that rank and all that surrounds it, every rank is just wash, rinse, repeat. And you need to scale your business, you need to scale your beliefs to match that next level. And that's what the Belief Summit is about. And that's what each rank is about. When you adopt that belief and surround yourself with the things to support that belief, then you are that rank. So anybody want to add anything to that or comments? Let's just open the floor up for any discussion that you guys want to have. Nanny, you look like you're ready to.
Me too. I had a talk with the account manager yesterday, and she has been very helpful. And she was saying she also worked on the mindset thing, and then she said, Nana, no more negative thoughts, because negative thoughts create a negative outcome. Let's say, 2 days you go, maybe you need 3, 4 enrollment, or no, I haven't enrolled many people, that's hard. Okay, Nana, if you think it's gonna be hard, it's gonna be hard. If you think it's gonna be easy, it's gonna be easy. So you have to tell yourself it's gonna be easy, it's gonna be easy. You have to reprogram into your into positive thought. If you say at least 25 times a day, it's gonna reach to your subconscious. I know Jules was talking about the belief and mindset, and yeah. Let's say Zumora had a challenge about the computer and the stuff, but okay, you can say challenge, or you can see as an opportunity for you to grow and overcome, and you chose the path and you got better, right? So yeah, she was saying control your mind, and yeah, control your mind. I cannot control your mind, Zumora. You can only control your mind. So I cannot help you to change your mindset. You have to work on yourself. That's what my account manager said, telling to me. She can
Mm.
tell, but I have to do the work. She
That's right.
She cannot do it for me. Only I can do. So yeah, I really had a good call with her. So I'm gonna try to reprogram.
That's awesome. Yeah, and I just want to tag on to that. It looks like Kate, you want to say something next. I'll let you talk. No? Okay. The cool you reminded me of something, Nana, when not too long ago, and you said, you know, Zamora, the great thing about dōTerra is it's a very forgiving business. And I think PJ said that. And it's very true. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. You start from right now, right here, today, and you decide that nothing in the past is going to stop you. Nothing in the past is going to hold you back. Nothing in the past is going to judge you. It's all you. And you have every opportunity, every angle. You have infinite possibilities. And you've got, how many people are in dōTerra? Like a couple of million to support you. And we have this team to come together because we've built this tree and we have weathered some seasons. And it's time that, I just got goosebumps. It's time that we prune out the beliefs that no longer serve us, and we fuel it and feed it and fertilize it with the things to support us to grow more. And that all starts with the beliefs and elite, because how many elites does it take to get to a diamond? Anybody know? It reminds me of that commercial, remember, for Tootsie Pops, Pam? How many licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? 1, 2, and then the owl was impatient and bit it. How many elites does it take to be a diamond?
12?
Judith, I know you know the answer to this.
12? Silver
Think
needs
about it.
3.
So
Silver needs 3 times 4 legs, so 12.
let's do the math. Pam, do you know how many elites it is?
You know, you should never ask me a math question.
I know.
Remember, dōTerra is very forgiving. We don't have to be maths.
Yeah. You know what? So we all
I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's all about building elites.
That's right. This is perfect to the point, and I'll wrap it up with this.
It would be 12. Yeah.
We all have skill sets, and each of us here is blessed with something that we all know that we have a gift with. Okay. And if you don't, get to know people and you'll find out their gifts. Judith is the numbers girl. Judith can do math like this. Okay. That's a skill set. Yeah, I know. Nana, do you know what your skill set is?
I'm not sure.
No, come on, say. So what do you enjoy doing? What do you enjoy doing that you know you're good at? That has to do with dōTerra.
Connecting with people.
Is that a question, or are you sharing? Are you claiming with us? Come on, claim it, baby. I am
good at connecting people.
Yeah, you are. You are.
People and people. Yeah.
You are.
I have so many cross-life friends, and yes.
Yeah. We call you the gnome, the dōTerra gnome. You're all over the place. Everybody knows Nana. Everybody, even Dr. Hill.
Yeah, good thing that I know lots of top leaders too, and they give wisdom. You know, that's good.
That's right. And Govind, his skill set is cooking and sharing. Govind, maybe you want to start playing with essential oils in food. Oh, I gotta get to India and have come over for dinner.
Oh, I have eaten her food. So good.
I mean,
So yum.
Australia. I know, really.
Yeah. Just to let you know, everybody, Govin and me, we live like 5 minutes away. So it's so good when something I take her to somewhere as well.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Mm.
Pam, what do you feel your skill set is in dōTerra?
So this is actually something I've thought a lot about because, over all the years and branding and what's this, and, it's something I've come back to a lot, but it's definitely connections with people. So I realized, I didn't even know this, but I realized I grew my salon business this way because I grew very quickly in my salon business. I had a clientele faster than most other people. And I realized it's because I love people and I love to hear and listen and make it about them and make them feel nourished. And I did I applied the same thing to my dōTerra business because it's very natural for me. And after having a salon, I realized I couldn't just teach people to be that way. And that's when I realized it was actually a skill of mine. It's something that I just naturally did. And I didn't recognize it until dōTerra, that was the key. So for me, I think that's why I initially built, is because I love to share and I love to make other people feel better. And so I would say that in dōTerra, that's my superpower. It's all about relationships for me. Very important.
Love it. Jules, what's your dōTerra superpower?
It's a tricky one. So I'm a people person, and I love just sharing something that I know is going to help them. Yeah, so I like connecting with others and then just reaching into their need if I can.
Like compassion. Is it compassion?
Yeah, I think I have a lot of empathy for others.
Yeah.
But also, I think one of my superpowers when I'm at the markets is I'm a bit of an optimist, and I kind of rein in positive energy.
That's for sure. That
Mm.
is for sure. I just had the visual. Oh my God. Do you remember when I was making all those videos and I was like, you guys send me this, send me that. And I'd put it all together and make stuff. You did this one video where you were standing outside and you were going for gold. I can't remember if it was Diamond Club or it was something. And you were talking about being gold and the sun was coming in, and Lisa, you haven't seen her in all her glory yet, but she has this beautiful head of hair. And it was, the sun was hitting it and she was like glowing gold. And she's like, look, see, I'm supposed to be gold. And I loved it. I just loved it. So, Kate, what is your dōTerra superpower?
My superpower is I love healing. So I love sharing what about the oils is healing. So I always see healing in every opportunity. I think I'm starting to get I'm starting to see one of my superpowers is that I like people.
That was a shock to you, hey?
It didn't always used to be that way. I'd be like, I'd just be fine if it wasn't for people, So yeah, I think it's healing and sharing healing and my love of the oils.
I think I was just going to say your love of the oils. I think what I see for you too is just your personal experience drives you even to go outside of what's comfortable for you. Like healing is so important to you. Your personal healing experience and journey is so powerful that you're going to go beyond what's comfortable. And that's what's cool. So I see in you is that your personal journey is so powerful, and we all have a personal experience, but that's not what motivates all of us. It's not the key. And for
Yeah.
you, I see that being very key to where you're actually
Yeah.
gonna like enjoy people again. Like, you know, I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
I see that. I think that's
Yeah.
cool.
Thanks.
That's a
Thanks,
superpower.
Pam. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's been my motivation, and now it's starting to enjoy sharing that.
Growing. Cool.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. See, it's never about the products, and it's never about something outside of you. It's always about you. Always. Your skill, your superpowers. Okay. Judith, do you want to share what your superpowers are? If you don't want to, you can type if you want. Desi demanding this morning, trying to listen. I can't read the rest.
She's just saying Desi's a lot of work this morning, and so she's in and out with helping her mother-in-law.
Okay, no problem.
Give your mother-in-law a
about-
big squeeze.
Does anybody want to say what they
Lisa, she
feel?
didn't say hers. I know you're brand new, Lisa, but you still have a superpower.
She does. Before we bounce off of Judith, I just want to hear from someone else what they see Judith's superpower is. Can't be just numbers.
I'll say something. I see Judith's superpower as she often brings people together into community, and she has that for us time after time. And I think that's a very nurturing quality that she has. The other thing, she's determined. She's very, very determined, and in her determination, she actually inspires others as well. I really appreciate Judith. She's been a significant woman in my life, in the dōTerra field, and often she has held threads together in such a way. So yeah, she's a community person. She brings people together, and she's a visionary, and she's determined. And I know she's going to be the diamond leader very soon.
She is a master. She's a master manifester. Judith is a magician. She literally is. And you're absolutely right, Jules. I agree with everything you said. Yeah. Judith is like, she's the word, as you were talking, steadfast.
Yeah, commitment came to my mind too. Same idea.
Yep. She has been here. I will never forget the day I enrolled her. We were at Real Food Revolution. Cash was doing something, and Sim was there, and it was it was 200 people. And Judith was I was talking to Judith, and she was getting all the information. She's like, I want to know. And she was just like, I didn't even have to sell it. She was like, it was a done deal. She's like, I want it. I want that one. And it almost, she so knew what she wanted that I felt like I missed the whole process of selling. I was almost like, like, I don't even know what to do now because she already said she wants it. And then we had a follow-up class afterwards. And Judith was there before us. She dragged her daughter with her, and Elise, and they were sitting front and center. And she's like, I want to build a business. And I was like, this woman. So yes, steadfast, committed. She knows what she wants. She goes after it. And that's Judith. Lisa, you have a superpower. I know what it is. I just don't know if you know what it is yet. Let me just share a little bit about Lisa before she talks. She is just getting started. You are most welcome. It's all true, Judith. We do love you. How long are you with dōTerra now? 2 months. This is going on your second month, right, Lisa? Yep. And I met Lisa in India when I was coming to Australia. So I've known Lisa for a while, but we weren't really close until just recently. But we loved each other so much, even though we weren't talking every day. And Lisa has been like immersed in oils. So what do you feel, Lisa, your superpower is? And if you don't know, it's okay. You're not sure yet, as you're just getting started. I can't read the rest. Could somebody read it to me? You're just muted.
I'm not sure yet, as I'm still getting started, but my passion for plant medicine inspires me to share about the oils. My passion transfer easily to the oils since they are plant medicine, essentially. Smile.
Yeah. So this is what I was going to say. Lisa she's a really, really, really good student. Really good. She has taken that Essential Life book every day. And the moment she wakes up, that book is, I asked her today something, and she was like, oh, I think we were talking about sleep. And she's like, yeah, I woke up and the first thing I did was I grabbed the book. I started reading about oils. And that has been what her days have been like. Do you guys remember what that was like? Like, she wants to just immerse herself. She doesn't even know how to build a business. She doesn't even care right now. I mean, she does care, but she's like, I want to know about these plants. I can't even believe these plants. These plants. She is going to be, I'm telling you right now, mark my words, when you need to know something, everybody's going to go, where's Lisa? Ask Lisa. Lisa will know. How do essential oils shift and change the brain? Call Lisa. I'm telling you right now, she's going to know. Okay. So make a note, because when you get stuck, she's going to be your woman when you need to know. Okay. You need to know something about business. You know who else to call. You need to know something about beliefs or emotions. You're going to know who to call. All right. So we know what our superpowers are. Use your superpowers, bring it into your why. Know what you love. You know you love the oils. You know you love yourself. Let's all have an amazing week and work on this form. And let's get our beliefs in alignment with our business. Pam, is there anything you want to add to wrap it up?
Yeah, just super quick, the call to action. So obviously filling out the form is the main thing. That's the main thing. But one of the things that was kind of a part of that is I wrote it down just because I thought I think I need this. It was one in the very beginning when we were talking about one of the elite things is to create little signs to put around your space, in your car, on your mirror. And I am statements, right? I am courageous, which that's the belief for elite. Because when we're beginning, we need the courage, right? Because we have things that are holding us back about like, oh my gosh, this is network marketing, or, oh, what if I don't know enough? Or what if someone asks me a question I don't have the answer for? Or what if this affects one of my relationships? Those are all like little questions. We need to be courageous to move forward, knowing that whatever we do, it's all going to work out. So I love that that's the belief at elite, and it makes sense that is our belief at elite. So I am courageous. I am an elite. I am, and obviously if you're a different rank, do whatever. Or I have a team of elites. Maybe you want to say that, because again, elites build us to where we need to be. I have a team of powerful elites. So put those, I would make that a call to action for this week, is to put up some notes. I know I am. And what else did I write down? In this conversation we had today, it's very interesting how things make these beautiful circles around us. So I wrote my letter for everyone coming to convention, and I spent some time on it. Sometimes I would do something quickly, but this I spent a little time on, and it was very applicable to what we talked about today. Our theme for dōTerra, the convention, is becoming. So I wrote the letter around like becoming, and then I'm giving a little beautiful spray. So there's some things about being beautiful in there. I'm going to share that because none of you guys get to join us at convention. So what I think I'll do is share it in the Facebook group, because I think everyone will appreciate just reading the letter. It's just It's kind of long. Actually, it's a whole page. So I'll share that. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that look for that in the Facebook groups, because there were many moments that I was like, oh my gosh, this is a very familiar to what I wrote in my letter. And I love that we can come full circle like that. So, and thanks everyone for committing and being here. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for joining.
you.
Feel free to still invite people to this, because we are still in the very beginnings of it. There would be no problem with someone starting even now. So
Yeah. I just sent everybody the form. If you did not get it, please let me know. Judith, I tried sending you a few things and the email bounced back. It was through the calendar, so I'm not sure if it was through that program or what. But if you don't get it, Judith, please let me know, and I will make sure that you do. Everybody have a wonderful week. If you want to join us on the Tuesday morning call where we unpack your beliefs, stuff that comes up that blocks you, you can join us. The link is in the new group, Believe to Thrive. Everybody have a wonderful week and a great day. I love you all.
Thank you.
enjoy your weekend, guys. Love you.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.
And bye.